Alright, for skinning it should be real quick, but before that I added a suffix geo at the end of all piece of geometries, so they are not the same as joints, just to be safe and be organized. Alright, let's start skinning these four wheels. They are going to bind to these joints, to these four wheels. Okay, I just go to skin, bind the skin, open the option, make sure bind to is selected joints and max influence is 1. Apply. That's 4 wheels. Now if I just rotate it to test it, we see that it works like this. Next, I need to take care of this piece and this one. So for front, they are moving with suspension front left and suspension front right. Use the same command, bind the skin. Now this should move like this. Okay, let's take care of the back side the same way. For suspension back left and suspension back right, select also this piece and this piece and use the same command. Let's hide this part and take care of dampers. So I select these two upper side and suspension front left and suspension front right. Make sure suspension is selected, not the steering. Then select the geometry and bind. So now if I move this, actually the suspension, we see that the end of part is moving. To help skinning, you can add just 2 more joints around these 2 wheels, front left and front right. Also actually this 4, Ctrl D, and I shift it up, then let I use Shift P to bring it out of the hierarchy and define where it should be placed. So this one is, maybe I call it damper, and front left, and this connects to suspension front left. Okay, like so. So it moves like this. Next, I copy the name for the right side. This one is FR, and it goes under suspension front right, like so. Next, for back side, this one is back left, it goes under suspension back left, this one, and finally for back right, it goes under suspension back right. Right, now I can select this this 4 and maybe increase to 2 and select. Now suspension should work fine now without spending time for scanning. It works like this. Also for right side, for the back side we didn't use scanning. Let I scan them with this 4, same setting. Now it should work fine. Okay, so that's for dampers. Now let's take care of the hood and trunk. Now they should move just fine, but there is just one issue. When I select these two, the turn on display of this group. So if I select both these joints, if I rotate them, one of them goes up, one of them goes down. But most of the time animators complain and they ask to change the direction. So if we are going in one direction, the other one also goes opposite direction, so both can open. How we do it? Let I unbind one of them, this one, use the front one, goes to mirror joints. Instead of orientation, I use behavior as function, and the mirror cross is YZ direction, this one. Then let I hide and snap this new one to old one. So this is trunk. I delete the old one and rename it trunk. Now I can bind again with this new one. Now if I select both of them, when I open or close, they behave the same. They are opening. No matter what the orientation, they behave the same. Open, close. Okay, that's why it says mirror function, behavior, or orientation. For steering, as you remember, we use orientation. So now if I select these two steering, front left, if I rotate, both goes to the same direction. Okay, which is correct. Alright, let's take care of doors. So I select left and right side, geometry and joints, and bind. But again, if I select these two, we see that they orient the same, but the behavior is different. This one is closing, that one is opening. So we need to mirror the behavior actually. So I unbind this and delete this joint. Also let's do the same for the back side. Use behavior and mirror. Not this way, actually we should use this plane XZ. Okay, do the same for back side. Okay, now it should be good. So I close this bind the skin. Both of them should open and close the same way. I do the same for back side. So now all these should open correctly. Now we need to take care of this group. So I select everything inside this group and cabin joint. Now skin. So now if I select the cabin, I can rotate it like this, and the body, rotate everything, and that should complete the scanning. Increment and save.